Motorhead Garage, presented by DragonfireTools.com, is brought to you by RockAuto.com. All the parts your car will ever need. And by Campbell's Custom Care, your detail specialist.
Thanks for hanging on here at Motorhead Garage, presented by DragonfireTools.com. I want to talk to you about dirt bike seats. It's something nobody talks about. You never think about it. But Andy, why is a seat so important?
It's so important because these bikes are built one size fits all, right? So I would say if you're 5'9" to 6 foot tall, this bike will fit you perfectly right off the showroom floor, more or less, in the ballpark. But if you're less than 5'9" or more than 6 foot tall, the bike will not accommodate you accordingly. So that's where we come in. We make a seat that's either lower, for the lower riders, or taller for the guy who's 6'7" and wants to enjoy his dirt bike. So that's why the seat is so important on a dirt bike.
What are some things that can hinder you? Maybe the seat doesn't fit right, or it's the wrong height or something like that.
Yeah, so some of the things that can bother you at the seat height. There's other things too that could be the seat firmness, which we can accommodate with a softer foam or even a harder foam if you feel like the seat's too soft. But if you're not able to grip the bike correctly, we have options for that with a wider seat, or we also have different variations in the grip of the seat as far as the ribs on top and things like that. So we try to make the seat to where it's something you don't think about when you're riding, right? If you're riding a $12,000 dirt bike and at the end of the day you get off and you think to yourself, oh, my butt's sore, or my legs are sore, or this hurts, then the seat is a problem. So we do need to change that to where at the end of the day, you can talk to your buddies and say, hey, that trail was cool, or that track was fun, and you're not saying to your friend, gosh, my butt hurts, right? So that's what we specialize in, is trying to make sure that your ride is the most comfortable, most enjoyable possible, and it can even add performance to your bike by changing the weight of your seat or the traction on the seat.
Everything starts with the foundation, so let's talk about the foam that you use at Guts Racing.
So here's two foams that we have. This one here I want you to hold. This is like your OEM stock foam that would be on your bike when you get it. And that's more than adequate for most riders. But if you want to be more serious and you're looking for performance, this would be our Phantom lightweight foam.
Oh my goodness.
It saves you about 60% of the weight. So a stock seat, say it weighs 2.5 pounds, that'll save you somewhere between 50 to 60% of the weight. That's higher center of gravity. So as you're riding your bike, snaking through the trees, if you're a trail rider, or if you're on the track and you're really hitting the corners, you're constantly moving that bike side to side. That's a lot of weight between your legs that you're constantly moving. And if you could save some of that weight, you might be able to get an extra 5 minutes on your motos, or you might be able to go an extra 5 miles on your trails before you need to take a break or you're tired. So that right there is one huge performance advantage to our lightweight seat foam.
Let's talk about the material actually on the outside of the seat there. What has Guts Racing done to help me stay on the seat and help me get better control?
Okay, so yeah, the material that we use, we've worked directly with the factories. We have designed the texture, the fabric that's on here has a grain to it, and we've designed and bought the roller that embosses that into the fabric. So it's basically, the root of the fabric is the same as like you would have on auto upholstery. I mean, we're not reinventing the wheel here. This is nothing space technology, right? This is just regular material, but we've gone to the factories and worked with them and decided how are we going to make this to where when the rider's on it, they're not going to slip back on the seat too fast, or even when they're cornering, they're not going to slide too far forward too fast, right? So we've worked with the factory riders like Ken Roxon to design and develop the spacing that we have here, so the average consumer is riding the same spacing as the factory riders are on. And what this does is it helps you from sliding back too fast and sliding forward too fast. But we've also added stretch to the material in a different way to where when the consumer puts it on, we want it to be the least painful experience as possible.
Now I looked at gutsracing.com and there's so many different colors to choose from. What are my options?
Yeah, so we have 18 different colors that you can choose from, and they can be placed at the rib, they can be placed on the top or the side. And our goal at gutsracing.com is that when you place that order online on our interactive seat builder, you can pick any one of these 18 colors, no matter your year, make, model bike, and if you're buying the seat cover, we want to be able to ship that, no matter how exotic it is, within 36 business hours.
A seat or seat cover from gutsracing.com is going to make your ride a whole lot more fun, and you're going to get better performance too. Find this all at gutsracing.com. And find more Motorhead Garage presented by DragonfireTools.com when we come back. Oh yeah, Motorhead of the Week coming up too. Don't miss that.